All right. There we go. It wasn't recording for some strange reason. Well, we're a little late this morning or this afternoon, but we're here. Anyways, I'm Doc Camo. Welcome back, you Inglorious Bastards and Magnificent. As always, I already said it. I'm Doc Camo, and this is my thought of the day, and we're back. We're going to talk about the CDC setting guidelines for vaccinated people. I mean, if I'm vaccinated and I'm not going to catch the virus, you can't restrict my movements. You work for me, not the other way around. We're going to talk about a couple of other things going on. We're going to talk about grocery prices increasing, like food prices are skyrocketing. We're going to talk about this horrendous gun control bill. The House actually passed it. We're going to go over it again because it's important, and we can't allow that to. It's an act of war. If that passes through the Senate, it's time to shoot people in the face. And Biden is a complete fucking lying buffoon. He finally addressed the demented bastard. Finally addresses the nation, and he lies like a fucking piece of shit. Anyway, I got my coffee. The dog's taken out. I'm eating my breakfast. We got everything done that we needed to get done this morning, and we can get directly into this. So let's grab my keyboard here so I can do this type of stuff right here. And we're going to go right into the CDC. CDC, this is fucking CNN, SMB, NBC. I mean, media is the media. They're going to frame it the way they're going to frame it. It is what it is. The CNBC.McKenzie's single news brings you to the day's top business news headlines. CDC says people who are fully vaccinated against COVID can meet safely indoors without masks. Yay! The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released new guidelines Monday for people who have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, a highly anticipated step as the nation tries to ease back into normality following almost a year of restrictions due to the pandemic. There are some activities that fully vaccinated people can begin to resume now in the privacy of their own homes. Only in their own homes. They're fucking vaccinated. Shouldn't they be able to just go back to fucking work? Everyone, even those who are very vaccinated, should continue with all the mitigation strategies when in public. Well, mitigation? Why? Why? Aren't they fucking protected? According to the guidance, fully vaccinated people can safely visit with other fully vaccinated people and some unvaccinated people indoors without. So they can meet with unvaccinated people indoors, but they can't meet with unvaccinated people outdoors without wearing a mask. So, according to the guidance, someone is considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks following either a single shot of Johnson & Johnson's newly authorized vaccine or 2 weeks after the second shot of Moderna's or Pfizer's two-dose regime. A buddy of mine just got this Johnson & Johnson one, so I'll let you know how that goes. It's not a mRNA vaccine like these two bags. Rob Gronkowski and entered the digital collectible space and releasing his own anti-national. Oh, this is just a new. Did we change subjects? Yeah, we changed subjects. So that's a fucking short story. That's a really fucking short story. But this is fucking utter garbage. If these people are fully vaccinated, if you're fully vaccinated and it's supposed to protect you and stuff, why the fuck can I be with people vaccinated or unvaccinated in my house with no masks, but I can't be with people outdoors vaccinated or unvaccinated with no masks? It makes no motherfucking sense. It makes absolutely no fucking sense. What is the mitigating factor that makes outside more worse? Isn't outside actually safer for you because the vitamin D can help and the sunlight helps kill the fucking disease, or is that garbage too? Fauci's like, oh, we don't really know, so it's better to just fucking. No, we are fucking free. You don't dictate my freedom, and this is fucking utter bullshit. If we were gonna, for 15 days to slow the spread turned into a few months. Oh, we're gonna wait for now the vaccine's here. Oh no, we gotta keep no. EU, you. It's time to open. It's time to end this garbage. If you're fucking vaccinated, it works. I'm not getting like an efficacy study. And if I do, I'm leaning towards the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. But it's a virus. Viruses mutate too much, and the flu vaccine, it's not always like I don't take this. I'm probably not gonna, but it is what it is. We can't allow the stupid to continue. We can't. It makes no sense. Governor Newsom in California is like, we're no new normal because of inequity. Like, no, we're not. But you're not locking me down and giving me COVID restrictions for inequity. You can lick my balls. Get down on your knees and perform sexual favors, you piece of. I'm being facetious, but I don't understand how we got here as a society. How to there has to be an end to the tunnel. You can't keep moving the fucking goalpost. It's time to fucking put our feet down. It's time to take up arms. I'm not saying go out and hurt people, but it's time to take up arms and be like Israel and just walk around with fucking AK-47s on our shoulders and enforcing our rights, defending yourself if people get fucking do something fucking stupid. Because this is out of fucking control. The government is fucking exceeded its authority and it's not doing the fucking things it's supposed to be doing. Meanwhile, fucking China's doing fucking beaching drills and they're probably going to take Taiwan. And if they do that, nobody's going to fucking think we're credible anymore. They already don't think we're fucking credible anymore because we're not. We're a bunch of fucking gluttonous fat pieces. And that's coming from a gluttonous fat piece of shit. I'm taking steps to unfuck that. I recognized I was part of that fucking problem. We're all fucking part of that goddamn problem. I mean, there's probably a few percentage of people out there that are like, genetic brick house. But you get what, so you're not fat piece of shit, but you're still gluttonous. Everybody consumes more food than they should. Everybody's like, we can't allow this to continue. And we gotta like go back to fucking living. We can't let the government fucking be tyrannical. I refuse to live under the boot of the government. I don't care if it's the left boot or the right boot. I don't care if it's the blue boot or the fucking red boot. No fucking boot. I'm just saying. All right, so we're moving on, and we're going to talk about another damn problem in the world, and that's it. Might be time to start buying emergency food, or get an emergency feed yourself plan in place because yeah, I had the right hand. Global food prices are skyrocketing, and I mean over the world, prices are shooting up quicker than actual raise and pay raises and stuff. And that's because of all the inflation, printing the money and stuff, shutting down the economy and printing all this money to bail it out. Because it's a damn mistake. But let's get into this article. This one is from CNN. Again, you can take it from a grain of salt because it's CNN, and they're going to frame it the way they want to frame it. But the overall trend of food prices growing worldwide, that's really fucking happening. Everything at the grocery store is getting more expensive. Yes, it is. Grocery prices have skyrocketed during the coronavirus pandemic that has Americans spending more at the supermarket than they have in years. Prices are spiking, and not just because people are buying more groceries as they spend more time at home. The pandemic has had a strong impact on grocery prices this year, according to seasonally adjusted data released Friday by the Bureau of Economic Analysis. The BEA tracks personal consumption expenditures to help measure inflation. From February to June, meat and poultry prices rose nearly 11%, with beef and veal prices seeing the highest rise, spiking 20%. For pork, the increase was about 8.5%. People are paying more for our staples too. During the same time period, egg prices shot up 10%, and shoppers shelled out 4% more for cereals and fresh vegetables. So that is ridiculous. Like, it's becoming harder to eat. Our purchasing power is decreasing because the shutdown seen the largest transfer of wealth from the impoverished and the lower middle class and poor to the fucking rich, elite, wealthy in the history of fucking humanity. And you're all worried about fucking. It's time. We have to tear down our government. It's time for a new Declaration of Independence. The federal government needs to be altered or abolished, and I'm for abolish. It's time for succession. It's time for states to do their own thing. It's time for us to kick them completely the fuck out of our life, because this is insane. And this didn't need to happen. We're going from the greatest economy in American history, like the best economy we've had throughout American history, to this fucking bullshit because of the fucking stupid ass democratic lockdowns from the democratic pieces of shit. The pandemic has caused a surge in demand for groceries as millions of Americans stay home and avoid eating out. While there's no significant shortage of food, disruption in the supply chain has created scarcities and driven up prices. This is fucking ridiculous. The meat supply chain has been hit particularly hard. Major meat processors closed their doors when workers fell ill and have slowed operations to accommodate new safety practices, tightening the country's supply. Things aren't back to normal yet. And most of our food is in California, and I told you that, like, no new normal in California. During a recent call with analysts discussing third quarter financial results, Tyson CEO Noel Welch said that some of the company's facilities continue to operate at decreased production levels. The higher expenditures come at a time when Americans are struggling financially. Yeah, this is fucking ridiculous. On Thursday, the Department of Labor will release data that is expected to show another 1.4 million workers filed for the first time unemployment benefits last week, which was similar to the prior week's statistics. Meanwhile, unemployment Americans are losing a financial lifeline as the government's weekly $600 boost to regular jobless benefits ran out on July 31st. Food insecurity is a growing problem. Nearly 3 million out of 240 million respondents told the U.S. Census Bureau they did not have enough to eat at some point in the week before July 21st, the highest number of people reporting insufficient food since the census started tracking the data in early May. This is ridiculous. This is redonkulous. This was completely unnecessary. The Democratic Party mostly, and the Republicans that were with them, they deserve to be held accountable for this. It's time for them to be put in prison for this. They need trials. But I don't think that's going to happen. Look at the Derek Chauvin trial. They're already trying to get into the courthouse. They're already getting violent. Somebody got killed as a new autonomous zone, and they're making demands. You don't demand anything at a fucking trial, you fucking garbage pieces of shit. Even if you had a legitimate grievance, you do not demand at a fucking trial. That is fucking terrorism. What the fuck? You claim to be fighting for the right fucking things, but you don't even know what the ethical thing is. You don't even know ethics. You're a bunch of fucking useless idiots screaming around, creating fucking problems for no fucking reason. Nobody thinks any of this is a. And now you're gonna demand, and it's gonna cause a mistrial because you're gonna violate. It's not gonna be a fair trial, and he's gonna get off. He's gonna get off because of you. You are gonna allow him to get off. You want him to go to jail, and because of you, he's gonna get off. If you didn't do a goddamn thing and you let the trial happen, he may have gone to jail. He may not have, but he may have. But now he's not gonna. And now if he does now, you're going to embolden everybody that supported him because they're not going to allow themselves to go to jail like that because it's fucking bullshit. And they have a right to the fair trial. And you shouldn't. You're talking about fucking violating rights, but you don't even understand what they are, or you wouldn't be doing this garbage. Guilty or innocent, and you should be innocent until proven guilty in this country. He has a right to a fair trial, and you fucking making demands on the government in reference to his trial is not a fair trial. It's just not. Go back to your fucking homes and let it fucking happen. I don't even know how you get a fair jury on this, which is another fucking problem, but that's neither here or there. You guys are making war inevitable. You're making it inevitable. It's not something that we want to do, trust me. It's just not. We should be focusing on China and other external threats. Like all of our focusing on this, China and Russia talk about putting a base on the moon.